Hey guys, this is behind the scenes for Puppets, the Moon Eater. This project was different from This show's different from humans, angels, and demons in a lot of ways. Um, First of all, let's start about the origin of the character you see in said short, the Moon Eater. Um, Last year, for Halloween, like in 2020, I drew a Moon Eater. However, granted, he was very different. He had wings. He had another head on him. Had a little bit of different stuff to him, and a couple more eyes and all that. However, I changed his design a couple bit because it was very busy. I got rid of the wings. I got rid of the spider hanging off him. I got rid of a lot of that stuff just because the design was too busy. And I didn't really have any ideas for this character. I just kind of drew him up in class one day while I was practicing drawing heads, and then it just clicked. I just kept drawing him. It felt so weird because I just felt compelled to keep making him. And I don't know what really got me inspired by him. However, the overall design obviously has some design cues from things in horror. The tentacle for me, that was an inspiration off of Slender Man, because the big tentacle he has. The stomach mouth was inspiration from Nightmare Fredbear from Five Nights at Freddy's. The claw hand was inspiration by FNAF and by Freddy Krueger. However, the head I can't explain. To me, the ears were goblin. In the mouth, I don't know how to explain the head. And the halo in the head was from Alice Angel. So they were from the monsters I know. We kind of all came into that. The eyes, I don't know how to those designs I can excuse, but the head, the pumpkin, I don't know how to really explain his design, because it all came together at once. So I felt very confident about him and how that design was. So I was like, okay, this is fun. I'm probably never going to do anything with this character. I decided to do stuff with this character. So, a couple weeks, months later, I just decided to draw him again in my notebook. Not my notebook, but the place where I draw, Sam and, where I would draw the characters for the show. And I updated him. I took away his wings and all that. I had stitching to his neck. I don't think I drew that actually in the short. If you hear paper rustling, I'm just trying to find all the all the drawings I had of him, because I just felt compelled to draw him. I don't know what it was. It just was such a compelling thing. He's fun to draw. It's such a weird thing. I can't describe it fully. Because it's just so weird, because I always liked drawing monsters when I was younger. I would love drawing the FNAF characters, so it was kind of fun for me to draw a character like this. And it would just be fun to draw him. So, I drew him a lot more than I would draw Ricky and the Gang. Not saying I don't like drawing Ricky and the Gang, it's just sorry, I'm recording this late at night. So these guys, this character didn't have any stakes to him yet. So, I just kept drawing him, and one day I was like, okay, I have this character that I like drawing, and maybe I have a story for. So I decided, okay, let's make some music for him. What would he sound like? And I took some inspiration from the end credits of Bendy and the Ink Machine, of how that kind of goes with his theme song that plays. I really wanted to include that in the short, not the short, but episode 1, different how I would do it from how I did Ricky's. I did it as, if you hear that music, he's approaching. I don't know how to describe exactly what he is. And so, I was like, okay, that's fun and all. It got a couple of views. But, I'm probably not going to do anything with this character. I don't really have any ideas for a story with him. I only do, when I do characters and stuff, I have a story to tell. I didn't with him. So, I kept drawing him. I was like, okay. I was planning my October lineup I was like, what can I do here? Because I had the Sam short. I had Mario 64, Not Scary. I had, like, and my anniversary, but I was missing one thing. And then I see one of my drawings on the ground, and it's Moon Eater. So I was like, okay, I guess I found my answer. So the name changed, actually. It used to be called Not Monsters, which would have been a reference to Benny and the Ink Machine. However, I think the title of a show shouldn't be a reference, so I changed it to Puppets. The name Puppets have a meaning, but that would give away some stuff. So I don't have a concrete story for this. It's something I want to delve into more with this character and with his world. Now, I can't say right now if he is a part of Ricky's world or part of the Humans, Angels, Demons world, but I will say, if the Sam short came out, there would have been one reference to him. Or at least the person who died in that short. Now, the person who died in that short, I don't really know who that person is. Like, I just was like, okay, I need someone. I don't feel like designing another human character. So I kind of just went with a gray blob. So, but for me now, that gray blob is how Moon Eater sees people. Because, like, okay, that's kind of cool to me that he doesn't see us as humans, he sees us as these gray blobs. Now, for Moon Eater, I did reverse engineer him once. Because he didn't have, like, a clean design, so I decided, okay, I'm going to do a clean design. So I made a clean design of him called Moon Hugger. And, of course, you'll see this image up here now. He's a lot friendlier. And I would say he is a puppet. But he's like a puppet with nothing inside. However, he does go on strings. He's not wooden, he's hollow, he's empty. It's hard to describe him. And this is all background stuff, guys. Like, this isn't just like... This isn't even the first slide. Like, there was no concept art for this either. Like, this whole experience of puppets has been so weird for me because I didn't do it like how I did Ricky. I didn't do it how I did Humans, Angels, and Demons or the Ricky short or the Sam short, that matter. It was so weird for me to do something like this. It was so strange for me to like do something so sporadic. And I was on my way home from work today and I got a couple ideas for a story for it. I can't say when I would do an episode 2 to this. But no, this is more... Because this was fun to do, this was easy to do, this is quick and easy, and it only relied on me, and I like doing shorts like this, I like doing... Alright, so slide 1, Alright, so slide 1 was so much fun for me to do, because all I did was draw his head, and with the words puppet and Moon Eater. Now, you would have seen the thing about crossing out the eyes would have been more of a theme in October if the Sam short came out. That didn't happen, but you did see it in the Discord server where I posted that image of Andrew. So, it was just his upper torso, the upper head up to the shoulder, up from the neck up. So, it was just that. It wasn't really different. And the lines aren't as prominent as they are in the Ricky short. For that matter, when I did draw characters, the lines aren't prominent on this guy. I kind of went in a different direction with it. I kind of just, had a rough outline for lines, but I didn't, fill them in afterwards. I just kind of left them as, thinner. And then I just filled them over with the colors. And I thought I think it gave this show a very unique design compared to Humans, Angels, and Demons. Puppets and Humans, Angels, Demons, they need to look different from each other for them to, so I can say they're from a different world, I can say from yada yada yada. There might be a reference to each other, and, but it's just gonna be references. I don't think I'm capable to do a multiverse thing, or even do a connected universe yet. Yeah, but this first shot, I feel encapsulated a lot of stuff. One, you see the monster's face already. Because, even if he didn't have the black covering his eyes, we never see his eyes on his face. We see the eyes on his legs, but are those really his eyes or eyes he stole from someone else? You see, just design cues like that can show off so much stuff to him. For example, if I pull up, you can see his clothes are tattered. Well, further on. But, like I said, let's get into that. Let's get into that now. So slide 2. Now, slide 2, you can see a shadow looming on his arm. However, I didn't really encapsulate that well. It just seems like he's blocking off something. But either or. So you can see his tentacle, or like his sloopy sloop, doesn't have any markings on it. Like you would see in my, like you would see... Actually, I did not include the markings. That is my mistake. So, he would have had markings on his skin to show something. However, what that something was clearly wasn't important to me when I was doing this character. So, however, you can see, like, he's missing the head. I wonder where the head came from. So, to me, it was kind of showing that Moon Eater is blocking this person's exit. Why is he doing that? Or why is Moon Eater wanting to go to this particular person? Like, why would he want to do that? And you can see half of Moon Eater's full body. You can see half of the stomach mouth. You can see his arm. You can see his tentacle, and you can see his face. However, it is shadowed in quite a bit. And the legs you can't really see either. That's all I really have to say about slide 2. So let's go on to slide 3. I will say, with every art project I have produced, with the Ricky short, even with the Sand short, now with this, there will always be a shot I don't like. The choking scene is that for me. I should have done it more up close. Shouldn't have done it far back. I just wanted a full body shot. That full body shot looks like shit. Like, I hate looking at that. I wanted to redo it, but I was too busy. If I could remaster this episode, it would make that scene better. However, again, we see the words "no freedom" and Mr. No Name being strangled by Moon Eater. However, with golden lines signifying that it's strings doing it. Is he being controlled? Is this his own free will? Or is he breaking free from these strings? All possible ideas. I'm not going to confirm anyone in this because, you know, this short has an air of mystery even for me, and I was the guy who made it. Excuse me. So this has an air of mystery for me, and I'm the guy who made it. Like, and you could say, well, that's because you don't have a story planned out. No, like, Moon Eater to me is such a compelling character because I don't know his story. So, and that's not to say I don't have, like, an end goal for him. But for this, you know, encapsulated episode, I did have, like, okay, end point, the starting point, end point, and the end point seems to be that. Now, this one was very fun to do for me, because one, I was like, okay, I need to make this character, the character that is being shown, is threatened, you know, not like an interesting design, because that doesn't matter what this person looked like, because this all takes place from Moon Eater's perspective. We are in the perspective of the monster. So the monster sees this man as gray, but why would he also see no exit behind him if this is from Moon Eater's perspective? But it's also to signify that the person has no exit from Moon Eater. Now, whatever Moon Eater may be to this person, I can't say or I don't know. So, why would Moon Eater be threatening him? And I do want to say here that there was no script for this video. I improv'd it all. You know, and like, I kind of put on a voice for it, but I also kind of didn't. Like, I kind of was just using my own voice because, one, I didn't really know if I wanted to do... This was just a one-shot, so it went, and it went pretty well. Right now, I think it's sitting at 40 views, or at least 30, so I really thought it did well, so I was like, okay, now I'm going to expand this universe eventually. But, you know, at the time, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do with this character. I really just wanted to show off Moon Eater, Moon Eater, Moon Eater. This was Moon Eater's... The end point seems to be that Moon Eater ripped the guy's head off. Yeah, this had to be some of the most, because this one came with a warning. That's the first Burns Post Studio video, Art Rise, that came with a warning. Like, before, like, the FNAF Help Wanted video had a warning, but that was just for, you know, flashing lights and jump scares. This was character death, and, you know, honestly, now that we see Moon Eater at his fullest potential right now, we see the pumpkin on his shoulder, He's hiding the claws behind him, right? He's not planning on showing those out to the gang yet. I wish I did better on this too. I wish I just find the teeth a little bit more. But Moon Eater got what he wanted. He wanted to kill this person. But why? But we'll delve into that eventually as it goes on. But as you can see, Moon Eater stitched his mouth shut. Because we looked before, and if you look in the other ones, the mouth is clearly prominent. So did Moon Eater stitch his mouth up with the strings that he ripped from him? I know, but fun to think about. And now I do want to say, like I said before, this had no script. This is very weird for me. This is my first improv. This was the first time I was really cursing. Because I wanted to show panic in a character. The other characters don't really curse in my other show. Humans, Angel, Demon, Ricky does. I don't think Ricky cursed once in his short. Hell, and even episode 1, I think there is no cursing in it. And there was no even cursing in Sam's short. So this is the first time in any of my shows, or any video that's not like me streaming Minecraft, where I'll curse. So it was kind of very strange for me, to come off the gate with that. Because, first of all, this short does two things. The voice work puts you in the shoes of the person being attacked. However, the artwork puts you in the shoes of Moon Eater. It's a yin and yang we got here. And of course, I have so many, trivia and facts I could share with you. Of course, how he used to be Moon Hugger. The strings weren't as prominent. Like I said, if I were to redo it, I'd probably make the strings more prominent. I would have remembered some design choices. And honestly, it just kind of would flesh it out a little bit more. However, I will say, I do have a couple ideas for episode 2. Now, I will say, for puppets, the show will be called Puppets Overall. However, we'll be dealing with a different aspect. This time dealt with a puppet itself, a puppet that you can control by strings. However, I would argue technology could also be a puppet. Technology could be a puppet for all of us if we really think it or let it be. However, I wouldn't say that technology would be the main focus of our next short, or next episode. And I can't really say when that's coming out, and I would probably make it longer. I'd probably make a script for it. And I probably wouldn't voice it myself. I would already have something else. But yeah, that was the behind the scenes on Puppets Moon Eater. And when I was making that song too, it was so weird because when I was composing stuff for Ricky Short, even the melody was so strange to me. Because this just felt natural. It felt like wearing a suit I've already worn. It was deja vu. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you all have an amazing day, and may the stars shine down upon you.